We have entered willingly or unwillingly in 1994, is that true? All right? So, this is how it goes. Every day you have a fear of tomorrow. And so long any human shall have a fear of tomorrow, his life will be full of sorrows. That cannot be changed. Period. Forget it whether you are religious or non-religious, or you're idiot or you're very wise. That should not make any difference. Because it is natural to have a placement and displacement. It's a biorhythm. It's a left hand, right hand, you can't understand, but left foot and right foot you can understand. You have to lift the left foot and put the right foot front to move. Life moves. Life continue moving. Life cannot stop. Like you cannot stop the time. You can hold on to space. Space moves by itself. So entire universe is nothing but a movement of circumstances, environment and personal and impersonal, in which you have not learned to be intuitive. Somebody that day asked me, what is intuitive? Intuitive is when action and reaction do not affect you and you go above in resurrection and look at the problem. What you are facing, what you are doing, what is it? It makes the solution easy, it makes the life easy. So 1994 is the third year of the age of Aquarius, and we are getting deeper and deeper into self-acknowledgement. People cater to emotions, environment, circumstances and all that kind of stuff. Nobody likes to look at things in a general way of life. Things affect you. It affects you how you comb your hair. It affects you how you wear your clothes. It affects you how you look. It affects you how you talk. It affects you how you relate. Everything which you do affects you. Unfortunately, you have been ill-taught, wrongly taught. Whatever you do, it will affect others. No, my dear, that's also true, but on the other hand, it affects others or not, it depends upon their shield of protection. But when you act, it affects you, because you have no shield for your action. So you can look cheap, you can look excellent, you can excel, you can look idiot, you can remain depressed all your life, or you can be totally in ecstasy. It all you and your actions and reactions, and is your mind, it's not anybody's property. Now, there's a word called repeat. When you repeat everything, same habit, same things again and again, it becomes repetition. Repeating becomes repetition. So man is known by one's own repetition. Everybody knows who is who and what is expected in a general idea. I was talking to somebody today and they said, well, this guy is wonderful, but only his length is 1 month. I said, what do you mean by 1 month? He said, this person can act nicely for 30 days, and after that, there's nothing. If within 30 days this person cannot impress, then there's a tragedy. But he impresses in 30 days, then there's a super tragedy. I said, what do you mean by super tragedy? He said, 30 days he impresses, that's nice. If it doesn't impress, then you are safe. But in 30 days, if this person totally impresses you, after 30 days he's not going to be there. So you're going to be miserable. So, there are two things in your life you have never cared. One is range, other is caliber. So basically, for your life, for your sake, you have to learn to have intuition, range, and caliber. If you do not have these three things, you can have all the knowledge, all the wealth, all the beauty, you are miserable number one. And whenever the age transacts itself, if these three things are not together, human suffers more than anything. So, this is what we have in our front. It's called Age of Aquarius. Today I was given to understand, and it was a national news, you might have heard it, that they are going to hit all schools to find all students who are into direct or indirect into drug pushing or using, and they are going to send them to boot camps. Have you heard that? The epidemic has reached to a national point that it cannot be tolerated. So all children who will be found with indirect or direct use, pushing or using, shall be picked up from the schools and sent to boot camps. And that is all those billions of dollars are for. There'll be 100,000 policemen which will be put on this job, and nation has to be cleaned of this epidemic. Because you must understand, nobody is against marijuana or what that thing called, whatever, hashish and cocaine or whatever. But once you use it, your brain expands and you are never normal thereafter. Doesn't matter how much you say or what you do. I tell you an example. You take a silver string and you stretch it. It'll become thin, but you cannot beat it back to its size. Exactly when the neurons get expanded, over hallucinating, you can never get them back, doesn't matter who the hell are you. I mean, you may joke about it, that man can stand anything. Any expansion in the body, normal have contraction. Look at the basic law, pulse. It has a rhythm. You see? Right? If your pulse goes, what will happen to you? You will be in emergency, and after a couple of minutes you will be dead. And anything, any extra stimulant from the body will or shall destroy the capacity of the body's normalcy and rhythm. Is that understood? You follow? And when you make this brain to fly out, I am God, then you can jump from 14th story and your story will be right down there like a pulp, but question is, you are flying. I had a very great experience this time with a young kid. He sat face to face to me and he was talking. He said, you know, Yogi ji, you are a yogi, right? I said, yeah. This whole world does not exist. And I said, what are you doing here? I said, it doesn't exist. What's wrong with you? No, you know, you have to drive a car. You have to drive a car. You have to go on a road. I said, what's wrong with that? No. That's not good. I explained to him in 1 hour, the roads have to be made to just carry on the traffic. When I told him that even in the air there's a traffic rule. You check your longitude, latitude, your speed, the whole thing with the control tower. He said, oh, what? Then it is a miserable word. I said, well, birds fly through navigation also. Birds' navigation is smell, sight. They smell from the air their distance and destination, and they go by the sight. Now question is this width which this 12-year-old boy has, how you can contract it now? There's nothing to it. Now this is expansion. Now let us contraction. Contraction is all the time you are afraid, all the time you are afraid, all the time you are afraid. All placement, displacement, all movement and all tomorrow is your fear. Constant fear becomes a habitual phobia. You shall make no sense. Then you're afraid of everything. You may not say it, you don't want to admit it, you want to rule it out. Where you are going to go to learn all this? There's not a place, folks. People sell happiness, not knowledge. Human knowledge is not available. They sell you happiness, they promise everything. All these promises and all these therapies and all these knowledge which has been in the age of Pisces are going to be absolutely obsolete. Not a word of it is going to be useful. All knowledge which you are inquiring and you are trying to inquire, you will have it on a computer. Then what? How to use it? Do you have the nerves, the stamina? Do you have the intuition? Do you have the projection? You have the self-control? Can you be peaceful, contained and content? Conscious? So age of Aquarius is age of consciousness. How conscious, how alert you are. How pervert you are, everybody knows. Don't worry about that. You don't have to say how pervert you are. Everything which is not conscious, is not alert, is perversion. It's a simple rule of the thumb. So categorically, we are entering to in a state of mind where with all the possible civilization around us, there shall be a great emptiness. I saw a very funny boy today in a restaurant. His hairstyle, I don't think anybody can make it. Doesn't matter what you do. 1/3 shaven, 3/3 long, 2/3 this, 1/3 bush, tail covered and something like that. It was unique. Because when a person does not has his wisdom or her wisdom, they don't have identity. And to qualify identity, people talk, people communicate, people make friends. Everything is in, because non-identity holds identity. So actually you are all slave of identity because you do not understand non-identity. Once you understand non-identity, you don't have to understand anything. Because non-identity is your identity. It is happening. It is there. Tomorrow will be 25th year when I came and talked in the United States. We'll complete that. At that moment and today, there's no difference. For 25 years, I have just talked, for a quarter century, I have just talked, please do something for your consciousness. Please do something for yourself. Please learn to resurrect, not act and react. Don't try to become artificially or chemical high. Try to become organically a natural high. Do certain things for which you have a control. Don't do things not which go out of your control. Say no words which hurt anybody. Do no thing which hurt anybody. Help and help, and God shall help you. But how many people have learned or listened or tried to be? I was discussing something yesterday with somebody, and all the answer was, I do not know how to get rid of my neurosis. Well, it is your neurosis, get rid of them. What's so difficult that you cannot get? I cannot get rid of my habits, I cannot get rid of my neurosis, I cannot get rid of this, cannot get rid of that. Well, don't. Take your dirt baggage everywhere you go and suffer wherever you go. There shall not be a place on this planet for people who carry their stinking garbage with them and they cannot smell good, doesn't matter what it is, because it is with them. You're not going to blame anybody. You can't blame anybody. Whether you have mother phobia or father phobia, mother phenomena, father phenomena, whether you have a childhood problem or your youth problem, whether you have fear of the future or the unknown, whether this, you can make a list. God, can you believe it, what a list you can make? That's a list. For you, don't list yourself into that list. That's it. Have trust. God made you, you are made in God, keep going. Everything is going, you are going. And as you are going, you are growing. As you are growing, it will be all right. There is nothing so special and there is nothing so horrible which is worthy to be afraid of. If you create habits, habits will create you. If you have bad habits, they will turn you to be a bad person. There's nothing anybody can do. Good habits will turn you to be a good person. What these circumstances were, are, or shall be, will not decide your future. That is what Guru Nanak said, Karmi apo apni ke nede ke dur. Your action or your own action shall decide you are near the God's luck and infinity, or you are away from God to near to your bad luck. Karmi apo apni ke nede ke dur. Who's near and who's away, it depends upon your karma and your own karma. Jinni naam tyaya gaye musakkat kaal. Those who have identified themselves meditatively and have done this hard work, Nanak tay mukujle keti chutti naal. Nanak, those are free and liberated and they are bright and beautiful. There's no other discovery. And where your action depend upon, Your action depends upon thought. Intellect gives you thought. If you can purify your thought through meditation, you can be a better person. If you can't, you can be very badly stuck, and life can be such a yo-yo that you can't get out of it. I am normally alleged that I am against feeling and emotions and commotions. I'm not, because feelings and emotions and commotions are part of life. But provided you have intuition and you have wisdom. Having no self-control is driving a car without brakes. Having no self-esteem is driving a car without gas. So how far you can go? Why you all try to be beautiful? Because you know you are ugly. You try to understand the science, scientific. Why you try to be beautiful? Because you know you are ugly. Why you try to be wise? Because you know you are foolish. Non-identity holds the identity, that's what I'm saying. Try to rhythmically understand why you want to friends, because you are lonely. Why you want to sleep? Because you want to wake up. Law of polarity is not your problem. Law of polarity is continuous existence. Try to be wise. And as life will go, everything you dearly care for shall leave you, including finally your body. First 40-year-old, your eyes will go, right? Then spine will have some problems. Backache, correct? Then weight problem. Is that true? One thing or the other, whatever you are being told today, it is as going, as growing, there is a wear and tear. So those who are wearing lot of clothes and having lot of tears are messing up their life faster than others. Life is meant to be relaxed at proper hour, and life is meant to be activated at proper hour. Now, by knowledge and by experience, I'm a yogi. Pair of opposites should not affect me. But when you misuse your body, overwork yourself, and try to achieve something faster and funnier way, you may achieve those goals, missions, but body shall pay. So, after about 20 years, it caught up with me. Now if, folks, with me it can catch up after 20 years, with you it will catch up after 10 years. That's the only difference you can make. If you are little wise and do once a while some stupid thing, you can just make it. But if you all the time do it, you're not going to make it. I do remember I went to Tucson and I met Dr. Deal. Dr. Deal just examined me out of love and affection. He said, Yogi ji, I'll give you one advice. I said, what? He said, stop working. I said, doctor, every man has mind and every mind has a mission. And mission has to have magnitude, attitude and manners. How can you ask me to stop it? There's no way I can stop it. He said, then it is coming. And I remember one thing or the other started happening. But after all, there is some determination. You always determine what cost you want to pay. In life you have three things to know: time effective, cost effective, and impact effective. If your life does not qualify these three things in balance, you are weird and cuckoo, and you shall not. You may go to 12-point program or 36-point program, you do yoga and you do this and you go to any therapy and you have hometown sitting doctor all by your side, forget it. You have absolutely no idea that you every day live to consume yourself. X amount of prana are given to you and you consume them every day. And any activity in which breath is shorter and lighter is a more death than breath is deeper and softer. Choice shall always be yours. Nobody can choose for you. It's very funny. One person once died. She had a head down and she was combing her hair. No, the hair got entangled. Normally it can happen. She got so mad and pushed her so much that she fell and the neck hit the wall and the neck broke. Spontaneous death. Now if she would have just untangled her hair slowly and rhythmically, she would have saved the accident. But no, it could not be saved because there was anger. Anger and fantasy, these are kaam kaya ko dal galle. Fantasy and anger, they totally destroy the human body. It's not very qualifying to be a human and to be stupid. Because I tell you what, when you are stupid, people tolerate you. They don't love you. They don't like you. They tolerate you. Human tolerance is greatest human asset. Human will only attack you if provoked immensely. Parents will like their children to be all right, but when the children start provoking them, which is a normal, natural phenomenon, there comes a time when they say goodbye. Exactly whenever life is broken, the rhythm of harmony, then the death toll starts taking care of the life. We are not religious because we want to be religious. People have to be religious to have a path, to find a reality. One way or the other, you have to find your reality. Now there's a very funny thing. People say there's nothing in a religion, we should be spiritual. Spiritual is a very loose term. Spiritual Atma is a very infinite term. Religion is a definite term. Religion is a defined path. Spiritual is an undefined path. And those people who call, I'm spiritual but I'm not going to be religious, you can never trust those people. They're walking in a jungle. Whatever fits them. And there are some people who say, I'm a good person, I have a good heart, there's nothing wrong with me. Now when you start defending yourself, that's a basic wrong. Goodness and truth and kindness and compassion, wisdom and intuition does not have to defend itself. Whenever you need a self-defense, you have to use logic, you have to use reason, you have to use argument, you have to make a statement. You have already lost your original sense of equilibrium. You know, when I talk like this, you all agree with me. But when you're going to go out the door, you're all going to do the same thing. I have not understood from last 25 years why you do that. Because you have been brought up in a very guilty environment. You have not been told what Nanak said, that you are original. From incarnation to incarnation you have your karma, and your body was given to you to cover your destiny equally and absolutely true. All my life I believed I shall live 48 years. I don't know what wrong I have done. I'm 65 and I'm not going home. Something has gone cuckoo. Something is goofy. It is very bad to die at 48. But isn't it wonderful? Job is done at 48, you go home. Or to hang in 5 years. Once I met a very holy man and he said, he has his Guruji and he's 450-year-old. And I laughed. I said, with no disrespect to your Guruji or to you, the guy is not needed by God at all. What is he hanging here for? People talk great that they live long life. Long of what? Is long, tall bamboo stick is better than a sugar cane? Life which is not sweet, life which is not useful, life which is not creative, life which is not effective is worthless. Long life. Big deal. You always say that this person is very rich. Rich in what? Rich in what? He has many servants. He has many rooms. He has a big mansion. And he takes sleeping pills at night to sleep. Because we have taken our life to the sense to get all what we can get to secure ourselves, because basically we are humongously, tremendously and greatly insecure. I was watching that CNN today. Somebody has built a huge palace, but he cannot live there. The city says, you have gone couple feet more than what your plan is authorized. So now he has to either tear the house down and he cannot live in there. They said, you have broken a code. I was joking just that way. Some people have gone out of code. They don't live in themselves. They live somewhere else. So you start living in your profession, or in your achievements, or your environments, or in your relationship. Something you live in, you don't live in yourself. You are not home. And that is what we are going to reach out today, how home we are and how we can get back. There will be 3 kiryas, and it's not going to take much long time, but I'd like you to just stick with that. I mean, you understand? And don't cheat. That's what I'm saying, right? All right, let's get to it. first technological thing you have to do is basic. Put your both hands to the planet Earth and close your eyes and roll your eyeballs and try to penetrate through the chin to look down that angle. It is 80-degree down. It's called first hit of the ray of the sun. Be with the magnetic field. Both hands balanced like wings. Balance them. And close your eyes. And roll your eyeballs. And concentrate them toward the chin to make a triangle. And try to see that chin is a hole through which you can see. That's all you have to do. Don't bother me, I won't bother you. It is your such action which can turn you into definite capacity of yourself. Hands have to be out like a wing, not down to the heart center. Shoulders must not bend. Shoulders have to be straight. Now that's difficult. Huh? Well, that's the way it is. I'm not going to change the rules. Up, your armpit must make 90 degree. You think these exercises are easy? I know they are not. I've done them. They're terrible. But they work fast. Well, the armpit must work like T. So put your elbows up your shoulder in a straight line. Your elbows with your shoulder line, and put your hands down towards the earth, and your eyeballs be rolled, and just think there is a hole in the chin, human chin, and you are looking through it. You will flip in a couple minutes, but it's worth it. Stabilize your posture, and the energy will start working, and body will be having excellent time in a direct relationship to earth electromagnetic semiography, and that will create what they call it space ray system. And the sun rays, you might be thinking it's late night, there is no sun, but there is sun, and that will start affecting you. Come on now, just set yourself. First of all, because you are working with your armpit is 3 nervous system, all you have, and in a minute or so it's going to start hurting. It's not that convenient as you think. It looks good though. Because the nervous system, to hold your arms at that angle, have to balance themselves. And now the brain motor, which is holding your muscle, has to ask the energy to come in. So thus, in this minute, all the glandular system will start secreting. They have to, because they have to change the chemistry of the blood to give you that energy. There's no other way. You can't get a B12 injection right now. So what is going to happen is, within the body, the change will happen. And all the glandular system, glands are the guardian of the health, we have to act. But process will be painful. And then secretion has to go into the bloodstream. And bloodstream has to go to your muscles. You understand? That takes time. That's how system works. I'm giving you exactly how it is going to work. It needs your strength, your endurance, your activity, and your participation. And don't freak out. Your brain is a maha computer, it's a great computer. It knows how to organize itself, but the body takes time. Body is a space. In the next minute, your breath will change. You can't help it. Try to breathe with self-control. Breathe long and deep and breathe consciously. Don't breathe automatically, otherwise you will flip soon. You have to work it out. Qualify yourself. It's a matter of qualifying yourself. It's not a question of achieving. Achievement shall be there, provided you qualify. If we are doing good things, good result will come. If we do bad things, bad result will come. You are doing good thing painfully, result will be good. Now this minute, where you are entering right now, you will like not to do it. Now this next minute, you will like not to do it. It's called denial. The body is going to pressure the motor system, and motor system is pressuring the body and the muscle to let it go. Now comes your will, your higher self. It's called duty, it's called endurance, it's called excellence. You don't have to go and learn from somebody, you can make it yourself. Stabilize your posture with utmost consciousness and grit. You'll ask me one question: why you are hurting us? So that you cannot hurt us tomorrow. It is your tomorrow which you have to face, not me. If your nervous system and your brain and your thinking is not self-controlled and exalted today, what are you going to do tomorrow? You have no idea. So don't think, just work it out. Very good. You have done well. Now is the worst. Turn your palms, keep the posture the same. Turn your palms towards the sky. Same posture. Don't move the elbow or the shoulders. Yeah. You always think things should be easy. What should I do? Where should I get them? Now you are going to get heavens, and that is the worst part. Because that is the exalted self. It's not cheap. Don't be foolish. Do it. It will change the whole molecule structure. Don't be fool. Get to it. I'm yelling and screaming, you don't listen. What's wrong with you guys? Make your hands palm towards the sky. Let the heavens come through. See how far away you are from heavens? Get it, get it, get it. Let the brain, the layout in the brain will change if you do it right. You know, funny part is there are only 2 more minutes and we'll be off with this. Yeah. This is the way it is. It is not more than 3 minutes. Anything we do is just 9 minutes, class will be over. 9 minutes you can't do things. Wow, what a sophisticated idea. I can't even believe. Keep up. Don't bring your shoulder. Don't start cheating. Keep the posture. It is self-winning. It is not for somebody. Keep the head high, chin in, chest out. Come on, folks. You have only half more minute to go. It's not bad, is it? It hurts, huh? I did it once. It really hurt bad. But I did it second day. It was convenient. Now, turn your hands towards the side. Side. And hold them. It will be easy, I tell you. Side. Palm outside. Don't flip. Because you never do your arms that way. I know. Muscles. Muscles will be taken care of. Later on you can massage them, but now do it for God's sake. Stabilize yourself. That means all animosity will be out automatically. Your shield will build up and your intuition will start working. Can you believe what a cheap system it is? Stay. Don't cripple your hands inward and make poses which are not required. Stabilize. Well, you're already gone minute and few seconds. Well, it's going very good. I am preparing you for the age of Aquarius. You are telling me that you don't have 9 minutes in your whole workout? You go for hours for workshops. What happens there? 1 minute from now, you will be free. No. You got to keep the posture perfect. You are very successful. I wish I should tell you. You are great. Hold on. 30 seconds from this time. Hold on. Stand by. Inhale deep. Hold the breath tight and squeeze your body to send the energy throughout every system of the being. Squeeze. Breathe out. Inhale deep again. More. Squeeze. Partahar, contract. Breathe out. Inhale deep. Squeeze. Breathe a little more and squeeze more. Relax. What did I do wrong? Did we do something? There was no equipment, it was your body, and it took 9 solid minutes. Cheating 1 minute here and there, that was fine. You're okay? All fine? Now, stand up, everybody. It's very essential. Stand up. Don't relax. Stand up. Oh, put that music. Let them dance. You got to dance absolutely with absolute strength. Whatever style you want to have, please. And that will be exact 11 minutes. Western people dance a lot. I do not know. It's not proven right here. overlap, not overlap. Okay, sit down. Done. Is that all right? You know, it takes about 9 minutes to do these kriyas. It takes about 10, 11 minutes to stimulate the body, and you can have a wonderful time. You do it every day, continuously, successfully, consciously. You can cover yourself. It's not that you are great in one way or the other, but if you are youthful, then you can be grateful for life. Problem is your living. Problem is nothing else. Your art of living is, if it's not right, that life becomes a problem. You don't understand. When I came to Canada, I didn't know one person. I had some contacts. They were all gone. And tomorrow will be the 5th of January. I gave my first lecture in the United States. I was absolutely unknown. Absolutely unknown. Nobody knew me. It was all by a fluke that arrangements were made. Somebody was going to give a lecture and that guy didn't come, and somebody knew me and he stuck me in. That's how it was. And first question, I finished my lecture on a terminology very good, and they said, well, you know, there are a lot of teachers here. What do you come for here? I said, not to collect students, but to make teachers. And what you'll give us? I said, I'll give you healthy, happy and holy life. That's how the foundation of 3HO started. That's how it was. If a person who comes 12,000 miles away and knows none, and those who he knows become hostile, just understand. And then he creates such a humongous friendship, knowledge, relationship. Can you believe that? It's not that I did it. There's no I. You can exactly do it too. If you adapt 3 things, there are 3 things you have to adapt. Less than that you can't do. Never let down yourself, number 1. First principle, never let down yourself and never let down anybody else, and never participate, join or connive in letdown of anything. Opposite to that, it keep up, doesn't matter what, and keep up whether you can or not. When you can and not, God will stand with you. If you keep up, you shall be kept up. Rest is a hodgepodge. That's it. That is how I have lived. That's my experience. When somebody says, well, you know, this is wrong, I say, okay, that's it. I have nothing to do with it. And keep up is the only one word which 25 years I have gone around. This is the hub, this is the nucleus. Keep keep up somehow and keep up when you cannot keep up. Because God wants to be kept, so the environments and arrangements shall be made. The distance to the destiny shall be covered, either by yourself or by the hand of God. Choice is yours. If your ego cannot show you the path, that's your problem. But once you zero your ego, the id, the divine in you, will carry you through. That's how, folks, this whole thing started. In these 25 years, many have come, many have gone, many are angry, many are happy, many are right, many are wrong. Many shall continue, many shall not. Because there is a set discipline which cannot, shall not, will not be compromised. Because that discipline tells one thing: human has the right of happiness, it's birthright. Happiness is human birthright. The question is how to achieve it. There's a discipline. And that's all about. Those who want God and those who are made in God, those who have to accept God, has to look like, behave like, and be like God. There are not many other terms about it. First you have to accept it, that you are made in God. God is, and you are God. And God is within you, and God is within everybody. That you have to accept, basic, fundamental. Then you look like as God has made you to be. You behave like as God behaves. And you be like as God is. If you accept those things, then all for you shall be taken care of by the nature. Nature of things will work for you. You don't have to worry about it. Technologically, we argue, we rationalize. We are slaves of our traditions and our consequences and sequences. We have this, we have that, but folks, it won't work. The only way that you can be beautiful if you drop your ugliness. By making up, you're not going to be all right. Let's say you have a human poop and you put a lot of mayonnaise and other stuff over it, try to make a dish out of it. Who the hell is going to eat it? Tell me. Same way, if you do your do everything, who's going to like you? Nobody. So try to elevate your actions so that you can enjoy excellence of life. Life is meant to be excellent, that is sure. But when you attach yourself here and there and drag yourself here and there, get angry here and there, and get freaky here and there, get all that stuff, you tear it up. And then don't blame anybody. You are born by your own action. You are living by your own self, and you will make it by your own grace. Without grace, no human can win the race. Grace is essential. Is that understood? Yeah, one simple formula. Somebody said, what is the philosophy? Or somebody asked me, what is your philosophy? I said, don't compromise with your own grace, with yourself. Not with anybody else, with yourself. Don't compromise with your grace, with yourself. That's all. Doesn't matter what the temptation is, what the advantage is, what the beauty is. That's it. If it's a compromise, forget it. Be graceful. What's grace? Be kind. What's grace? 3 things. Be kind, be compassionate, be caring. Be kind, be compassionate, and be caring. That's called sharing, that's called seva. Nothing else you have to worry about. And be kind to those who are unkind to you. Be compassionate to those who cannot leave you for a second. And be caring for yourself. Don't walk into the mud. Nanak says, Sakat sang na kijiye, duro jaiye paak. Don't walk into the dirt of a human. Leave the way. If you start smelling the outhouse, what you're going to get? If you go in a garden, you will have fragrance. Be conscious. Where are you going? Who you are doing? What you are doing? Check everything. Consciousness means detail everything. Consciousness doesn't mean open your eyes and open your mouth, you are conscious. No, detail. Check everything A to Z. Cost effective? What is checking? Cost effective, time effective, and impact effective. If you do not manufacture your mind to work 3 ways, you will have nothing but insanity surrounded, and you will have nothing but pain all the time. This is the law of life. Weather will change, environment will change, space will change, circumstances will change, but you have to go through it. And every step you take must be time effective, cost effective, and impact effective. May the whose birthday is here today? Is tomorrow?
So Ford, she's not here.
I know she's not here. We have celebrated it. Let us sing her a birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Super Carmosine. Happy birthday to you.
By the way, those who do not know, Sopurk is the president of the KIT, Khalsa International Enterprises Trade, whatever, and she works and serves 14 corporations, and she has a 1 disqualification only. She has all the qualifications you need. She has 1 very heavy disqualification. She shall not take even a desirable action when she is required to. Her kindness is killing us, but there's nothing I can do about it. Isn't that the tragedy? I have a president who's more kind than kindness mean, and who's more compassionate than compassionate mean. And sometime I use all this psychology on her, that's, what are you doing? But she said, well, you know, she has served well the dharma and she has served well herself. Is that true? In spite of the lot of things, she has served the mission consciously, with one defect: she doesn't fire anybody. And if your president doesn't fire, you can do it. And that is my tragedy. I don't want to fire anybody and she doesn't want to at all. So, combination between two of us, but still, hand of God is guiding us and we are successful. There's nothing so bad. It's all good. It's her birthday and she has served me with a lot of intelligence, great loyalty, and with absolutely grace. And that is called reputation. She's not here. And that's how I'll remember her, and that's how time will remember her. And there is a certain thing in her obedience. One day I was saying, how tall you are? She said, that much. How much you weigh? That much. I said, you have got 30 pounds off. Okay. I wish I should weigh that way. But she does it. That is what human mind is. It's not that she's not powerful, it's not that she doesn't have the authority, she's not right. But with all that, being compassionate and being kind and working for those who do not know how to work and covering for those who do not have cover is painful. I wish her best of many years. And today I wrote her, be the silk president. Silk has one quality. When it's layered, nothing can penetrate through it. Do you know that? You know? Silk is the only one cloth which can control your thermal body. And I sent that coded message. She might be thinking that she has to wear silk today, but I meant it, that control the thermal of the whole thing, because there are a lot of lives, hundreds of people who are working, and as the economy of this country will go through yo-yo, we have to be plus to protect the household of many people. That's why we're trying to plan. And she started with me with financial strategies. She's great. It is her birthday. See how good I have spoken for her? Because she's good. Goodness is rewarded silently or otherwise. History shall judge people. You know, one day I'll die, there will be nobody, I'll be gone, but there will be no death. Body shall die, work shall keep going, and work is always rewarded. Those who worship work are always worshipped. There's no other way. Because everybody has to die. You want to create lineage or you want to create legacy? On this day, I am very grateful to all those who have served the mission with me. Without them, all this was impossible. They have covered all my weaknesses with their strength. It is actually their glory which we will be celebrating tomorrow. That's why all businesses which I started individually, I put in the name of Dharma, so that the ownership may continue flawlessly. That's why every present you have ever given to me, or I have bought it. Let's put it this way. Or I have it, shall belong to archives. It will be national heritage. I was joking today that I have to make a book now. This is one of the best crown jewels of Sri Singh Sahib of Sikh Dharma. And we have better than anything I have seen. We want to collect that, have collected it, just to coming generation should know that beauty, art and wealth is not negative thing. It's positive. It's not negative. Beauty, art and wealth is not negative. It's positive. It is always inspiring. There's a very popular saying, I literally translate to you, gold can even inspire an old. It's a very simple saying. Gold can even inspire an old. And that's what life is all about, folks. So tomorrow, we are teaching a class. And tomorrow is the 25th year celebration also. I hope you will all come and ask others to come so that we can participate in a humble way. We'll be celebrating it all over the year. Healthy, happy, holy way of life. That's 3HO. And it's real. It's no gimmick. It's not a promise. It's a very sure thing. Don't leave home without it. May the Lord
Sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and purify within you, guide your way on. May the long time sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and pure life within you, guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
So Blessed God, give us the strength to be beautiful and bountiful and blissful, caring, compassionate and kind, contained, content and conscious, so we can serve Thee in the granted life of gift in every tomorrow without pain and sorrow. Satnam.